In remarks to the Heritage Foundation on Wednesday, former Vice President Mike Pence predicted Republican success in the upcoming midterms. Pence, who has campaigned with varying success for Republican candidates in the 2022 cycle, said that Republicans will retake the House, the Senate, and win a range of governor's races. The former vice president is considered a possible 2024 presidential contender, despite the fact that his estranged former boss, former President Trump, could run as well. He has attempted to thread the needle of traditional conservatism and Trumpist populism, but routinely places third or fourth in 2024 Republican primary polls. So far, Trump remains dominant in the GOP fold, with only Florida Governor Ron DeSantis winning double digits in second place.
I'm a Christian, a conservative, and a Republican in that order, and it's my great honor to be here to talk about an agenda for the conservative movement for the future. So thank you all. Thank you all for joining us today. I'm honored to be with you all. We gather at a very serious time in the life of our nation. Today, American freedom is under attack. Big media, big government, big tech, and even big business have locked arms to advance an agenda antithetical to some of the greatest traditions of this country, of freedom and values. 20 years ago, when I first arrived in Washington, D.C., I never thought I'd live to see a day when the leadership in our nation's capital was more out of touch with the common sense and common values of the American people. But we live in such a time. Liberal policies have created one disaster after another in the history of this nation, but none more so than in the last 2 years. As we stand here today under President Joe Biden and the leadership of Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, we have the worst border crisis in our nation's history. Our currency has been debased, with inflation at a 40-year high. A war on energy has launched a crisis at the gasoline pump and a man-made energy crisis in America. Our schools have been transformed into indoctrination centers, and the strength of our nation on the world stage has been cashiered and diminished through a waning commitment to our national defense and through the feckless leadership of this president. But as we gather here today at Heritage Foundation, I'm proud to report, having traveled to more than 32 states over the last 12 months, help is on the way. We are 20 days away from the beginning of a great American comeback. I truly do believe it. I think in 20 days, the American people are going to rise up. Having gotten a full dose of the politics of the American left, unvarnished, seeing the outcome of a weaker America at home and abroad, I truly do believe 20 days from now, in big cities and small towns all across this country, the American people are going to grab the reins back. I believe when all the dust settles, we will have a majority in the House, we will have a majority in the Senate, and we will elect a record number of conservative governors all across America. So get ready.